Here's a bold statement. Saturday's matchup between the Nevada Wolfpack and Sacramento State Hornets could be the most intriguing and potentially controversial game of the season. Why? Because it's not just about football. It's about pride, perception, and a whole lot of money. But here's where it gets controversial. Sac State is walking into Mackay Stadium with $400,000 in their pocket, courtesy of Nevada. And they're not here to play the role of the underdog. They're here to prove they belong in the FBS. And that's a claim that's raising more than a few eyebrows. Let's set the stage. Both teams are coming off humiliating losses. The Wolfpack managed just 11 points in a 46-11 drubbing at Penn State, with quarterback Chubba Purdy struggling to find his rhythm. 7 of 15 for 97 yards. The running game? Virtually non-existent, with a measly 11 yards on 16 carries. Meanwhile, Sac State's high-flying go-go offense, made famous by head coach Brennan Marion at UNLV, sputtered to a 20-3 loss against South Dakota State, earning itself a new nickname, the No-No Offense. The Hornets mustered just 131 total yards and 24 rushing yards on 24 attempts. Ouch. And this is the part most people miss. Despite these dismal performances, this game is far from a guaranteed snooze fest. Neither team boasts a defense like Penn State or South Dakota State, meaning points could and should be on the table. But the real drama lies in the subplots. Marion, known for his oversized ego and even larger cowboy hat, is in his first season as a head coach. And Nevada's new offensive coordinator, David Ilbertson, has a lot to prove. Both men are under the microscope, and neither can afford a misstep. Now, let's talk money. Sac State is walking away with $400,000 just for showing up, while Nevada's $1.45 million payday from Penn State feels like a distant memory. For the Wolfpack, this game isn't just about pride, it's about survival. They're on a 7-game losing streak, having dropped 32 of their last 39 games. Losing to an FCS team that went 3-9 last year? Unthinkable, especially at home. Fans are already battle-weary, and a loss here could spell disaster for attendance. Imagine Mackay Stadium empty until Boise State rolls into town. But Sac State isn't playing the victim. They've got bigger dreams. With a confident president, Jonathan Luke Wood, and a coach who talks a big game, the Hornets believe they're FBS material. They're even threatening to leave the Big Sky Conference after this season, a move that mirrors Nevada's own transition in 1991. The difference? Nevada made that leap after back-to-back 13-2 and 12-1 seasons. Sac State, meanwhile, is struggling to win in the Big Sky, and got dismantled by a legitimate FCS team last week. Here's the controversial part. Sac State's president recently called FCS football JV football. If that's the case, what does that make the Hornets, who can barely compete in their own conference? Yet, they're not backing down. Marion brought in 73 new players this offseason, 50 of them via the transfer portal. And they're not here to collect a paycheck. They're here to win. Nevada is their only FBS opponent this year, and they see it as their ticket to proving they belong on the big stage. For Nevada, this game is personal. Marion's go-go offense shredded the Wolfpack defense in back-to-back years at UNLV, scoring 38 and 45 points in those matchups. Now it's time for payback. But can Nevada's defense, which has been a liability, step up? And can Purdy, whose running ability is undeniable, prove he's also a legitimate passing threat? Last week's 7 of 15 performance won't cut it. Wide receiver Marcus Bellon is a game changer, but he needs the ball, and Purdy needs time to deliver it. Here's a thought-provoking question for you. Is Sac State's confidence justified, or are they in for a rude awakening? And for Nevada fans, Is this the game that turns the tide? Or just another chapter in a painful era? Let us know in the comments. One thing's for sure. This isn't your average FCS versus FBS matchup. It's a battle of egos, aspirations, and desperation. And come Saturday, only one team will walk away with their head held high. Will it be the Wolfpack? Or will the Hornets sting them into submission? Place your bets, folks. This one's going to be wild.